Good morning, everyone. Welcome. I'm going to be guiding you through a strength-based hound mix class this morning. So we're going to begin lying on our backs, taking the soles of the feet together, starting in Reclined Butterfly. If this is too much of an opening for you this early on in practice, feel free to go ahead and place a block underneath each knee. You'll place the hands on the low of your belly. Close down your eyes. And gently begin to tune into your breath. Consciously deepening your inhale. Slowly releasing your exhale. Imagine on every inhale, you're inviting in new. And every exhale, you're getting rid of the old. Feeling your belly press into your hands as you breathe in. And following the pathway of your exhale. Really trying to focus the mind's eye on your breath. Using your breath as an anchor. And when your thoughts begin to wander, may stray outside of your room. Can you pull them back in? Bring them back to your breath. Focusing on the here and now and keeping your mind present. Now let's take a big inhale together. Fill up all the way, hold at the top. Open mouth, exhale. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale nice and big. Hold at the top. And release. Last time, fill up all the way. Hold. With a big sigh, exhale. Good. Then gently open up your eyes. Take your hands on the outsides of your knees. Draw your knees in together. Pull both knees into the chest. Give them a nice squeeze. And slowly begin to rock from side to side, just massaging the space in the low back. Noticing any sensations you feel here. Maybe any tight areas, any sore spots maybe holding there. Just really taking the opportunity to tune into your body. We'll find stillness in the centers here. Still hanging onto your right leg. Allow the left leg to extend it long to come into a wind relieving pose. Drawing that right knee towards the chest. Connecting your breath to your movement as you inhale. Holding your knee, and as you exhale, drawing that knee in a little bit closer towards the chest. Okay, maybe finding a little pulsing movement as you inhale, a slight release, and as you exhale, pulling back in a little closer. Two more breaths here. Good. As you exhale, draw that knee towards the chest. We'll take a bend in the left knee. We're going to release that right knee, but cross right foot over the left thigh. Just take a moment here. You're going to press on the inside of your right knee, just pushing it towards the side. And if you have really tight hip flexors, you're going to notice here that this is going to feel like a good stretch. Now, if you're pretty loosey-goosey and nice and flexible, maybe you don't feel much here, but just hold for a moment. Reminding yourself there's no rush. Then go ahead, reach between the legs, elevating the left foot. Clasping your hands behind the left hamstring, draw the left knee towards the chest. And again, connecting breath to movement. As you exhale, draw the left knee a little bit closer. Two more breaths. Good. As you exhale, slowly release your grasp. You're going to drop that left foot down to the mat. Open up the arms. We'll cactus the elbows. Completely cross the right leg over. Allow the knees to fall to the right or left side of your mat and take your gaze to the right side. So coming into a nice twist here. Good. Still encouraging those nice deep inhales. Big inhale. Slowly releasing your exhale. Keep that going. Now let's take one more big breath here. As you exhale, slowly draw your knees back to center. We'll unravel. Go. Pull both knees back into the chest again. Give them a nice squeeze. Little reset. Good. Then still hanging onto the left knee. Allow right leg to extend out long, coming into that wind relieving pose. Good. So same thing here. Drawing in closer on your exhale. Maybe tuning in, noticing the difference that you feel on this side compared to the other. Maybe this side is your flexible side, or it's a little bit more tight. Just listening to your body. What is it asking for? Two more breaths. As you exhale, you're going to take a bend in the right knee, placing right foot on the mat. Completely cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Good. Holding here for a moment, pressing on the inside of that left knee. Again, noticing maybe the other side was a little tighter than this. Just holding here for one more big breath. Good. As you exhale, reach through, clasp the hands, this time drawing the right knee towards the chest. Two more big breaths. Good. Slowly release your grasp. Land that right foot on the mat. We're going to open up the arms, cactus the elbows, cross the left leg over right. Allow the knees to fall to the right side of the mat, taking gaze towards the left side of the room. Deep inhale. Slowly releasing your exhale. Allowing your spine to feel the benefit of the twist. And one last big breath here. Good. As you exhale, draw knees back to center. We'll unravel. Pull both knees into the chest again. Give them a nice squeeze. Good. Go ahead, kick both feet up towards the sky. Hands are alongside body, palms facing down. Good. We're slowly going to lower our legs to about a 45-degree angle. Now, being very focused on your abdominals here, so making sure that your low back is nice and glued to the mat. The second that you notice your low back is lifting, bring your feet up a little bit higher. We don't want to injure ourselves here. But if you like the challenge, you can always take it a little bit lower. Good. So let's inhale nice and big together here. Big exhale. Good. This time as you inhale, lower right leg to hover off the mat. Good. Exhale to come back up to your 45. You'll do this again on the other side. Exhale back up. Good. Keep this going. Follow your breath. Keeping your abdominals nice and engaged and controlled here. There's no rush. Remembering if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can lower your feet a little bit more. Or if you can bring them up a little bit higher, just to give yourself a little bit of relief. And we'll do 2 more sets here. Good, last one. We'll meet back up at the 45 hold here. Good. If you brought your feet up a little higher, maybe challenge yourself, bring them down a little bit lower. And we're gonna scissor our feet, so crossing right foot over left, left foot over right. Nice and controlled. Keeping your core turned on here. Reminding yourself to breathe. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, land the legs down. Reach your arms above your head. Give a nice stretch. Good. Bring your hands back down alongside body. Bend the knees. We're going to walk the feet a little bit closer towards the bum. We're going to be engaging the glutes here. So just really trying to work on activating these large muscle groups. So we're going to inhale, lift hips up towards the sky, squeezing the glutes at the top. Good. Exhale, slowly lower down to a hover off of the mat, nice and controlled. Do that again. Inhale to lift up towards the sky, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale to slowly lower down. Go 1 more like that. Inhale up. Exhale down to a hover. Good. This time let's add on. So inhale, reach your arms above your head. Squeezing here. Exhale, lower back down to a hover, arms back down alongside body. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower down. 1 more. Exhale, back down. Good. We're going to lower all the way this time, because inhale, lift your hips back up towards the sky. Hold here. Good. I want you to heel toe your left foot so that it's at the center of your mat. Good. Go ahead, kick your right foot up towards the sky. Good. So your left glute is turned on here. Let's inhale nice and big together. Exhale to lower down to a hover. Good. Inhale to lift. Exhale back down. 1 more. Good. Lift right back up. Hold here. Lower that right foot down. Heel toe left foot out. Heel toe right foot in. Hold, hold, squeezing your glutes. Good. Go ahead, kick left foot up towards the sky. Hold here. Good. Let's inhale together. Exhale to lower down to a hover. Back up to lift. Exhale down. Last one. Back down. Good. Meeting at the top. Hold here. Lower that left foot down. Heel toe right foot back out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze at the top. Hold here. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower the hips down. Draw your knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. Whew. Good. You can land your feet on the mat. We're going to roll onto our left side using the left bicep as a pillow. We're going to come into fetal pose. So just take a second here. Take a moment to create an intention for yourself for practice. Reminding yourself to thank yourself for taking a little bit of time out of your day for you. Good, and then gently when you're ready, we're going to meet in tabletop pose. Good, spinning towards the top of the mat here. Good, so as you arrive in your tabletop pose, your hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are hip-width distance apart. Good, fingers are spread. Let's begin to work through cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, chest forward, gaze high. Good, exhale, push the ground away, tucking chin and pelvis. Good, again, inhale for cat, or cow, pardon me. Exhale for cow. Cat. Gosh, good. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Good, start to make this your own, maybe rotating through the shoulders, the hips. Closing down your eyes, just really noticing what you're feeling. Rotating the head from side to side. Good. And then we will find stillness in the center, finding a slight tuck of the pelvis. So we have a nice neutral spine here, flat back. Your core is engaged. Go ahead and reach your right hand towards the front of your mat. Kick your left foot back. So coming into a bird dog pose. So you're finding your stability here. Your left glute is turned on, but your core is engaged. So we're not finding any wiggle wobbling here. Nice and straight. Good, let's inhale, reach out nice and long. Exhale, tap left elbow to right knee, or right elbow to left knee. Good, go ahead, inhale to extend. Exhale to tap. 2 more like this. Good, we'll come back down. Let's inhale nice and big together. Big exhale. Good, we'll set up for the other side. Left hand's reaching out towards the side. Kick your right foot back. Again, finding that slight tuck of the pelvis here. Let's inhale nice and big together. Exhale, tap left elbow to right knee. Good, inhale to extend. Exhale to tap. 2 more. Last one. Good, come back to center. Good, keeping your hands underneath the shoulders. Let's inhale nice and big. Right hand reaches towards the sky, open up. Good, exhale, thread the needle to hover right shoulder off the mat. Good, inhale, reach right fingertips up. Exhale, thread the needle to hover. Last one, inhale, reaching fingertips high. Exhale, land the right shoulder on the mat. Good, so choosing to take the bind here, so reaching your left hand for your right hip crease. Just settling in, focusing on your breath. Rotating that left shoulder back, feeling the stretch at the front of the left shoulder. I'm going to take one more big breath here. As you exhale, press into the mat with your left hand, reaching right fingertips high. Good, landing right hand down on the mat. Good, we'll even out our sides here. Inhale, left hand reaches up. Good, exhale, thread the needle to hover. Good, inhale, reach. Exhale, thread the needle to hover. And again, inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, land left shoulder on the mat. Again, choosing to take the bind if that's in your practice. One last big inhale here. As you exhale, land your right hand into the mat. Inhale, left hand reaches high. Exhale, land left hand down. Good. Keeping your knees exactly where they are. Walk your hands to the top of the mat. Good. And then slowly allow the chest to mount into the mat for heart melting pose. So your bum's still sticking up towards the sky. Just taking a moment to feel the stretch at the front of the arms here. Good. We're going to come back up. Walk the hands in. Keeping hands underneath the shoulders. Let's step out into your high plank. So your pelvis is tucked in. No bum sticking out towards the sky. You're finding your strength here. Keeping your elbows tucked in. We're going to slowly lower down to the belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Landing here. Let's take a little inhale, baby cobra. A little back bend. Good, exhale to release down to the mat. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, baby cobra. Good, exhale back down. Hands underneath the shoulders. Let's tuck the toes, engage the glutes, press back up, high plank. Send your seat back, downward facing dog. Good, so as you arrive in your first down dog, go ahead and pedal out the feet here. So we're pressing one heel into the mat, then the other. Just really waking up the backs of the hamstrings, backs of the calves. Noticing what you feel. Yeah, we'll find stillness here. Good. Let's inhale, come up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, big bend in the knees. Inhale, gaze to the top of the mat, and we'll tiptoe to the top of the mat. So as we arrive here, we're going to come into our Ragdoll Pose. Fix my pants. Good. So as you're in your Ragdoll Pose, you're going to keep a nice bend in the knees. Folding over, go ahead and grasp onto opposite elbows. Slowly begin to sway from side to side. We'll find stillness in this center. Release your hands to the top of the mat. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Good. Inhale, circle arms up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to release. Good. Inhale, circle arms up to the sky. Exhale, chair pose, send the seat back. Yeah, so you're reaching your fingertips up towards the sky. Your weight is shifted towards your heels. Good. Slowly begin to pulse here. Turning on our quads, feeling this in the glutes. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Release the hands behind the low back. Clasp the fingers. Draw shoulders back. Good. Straighten out the legs. Forward fold. Allow the arms to fall forward. Noticing as you exhale that your arms are able to come a little bit forward down. Good. Keeping your hands clasped. Let's come back to a flat back. Good. Then gently release your hands to the top of the mat. Good. We'll inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, circle arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Turn to face you. Good. So just close down your eyes. Just take a moment here. Take a moment to check in. Have your thoughts begin to wander. Are you able to reel them back in and bring them back to the present moment? And gently open the eyes. Good. Take a bend in your right knee, standing stork. Go ahead, open that right knee out to the side of the room. Now we'll take this into tree pose. So taking the sole of your right foot, placing it on either your inner thigh, calf, or on the ground, so long as it's not on the inside of your knee joint. Good. So holding here, finding your balance. So you're squeezing your glute, your core is engaged. Good. Go ahead and grow your branches. So reaching fingertips up towards the sky, challenging your balance here. Good. Gently bring your hands back to heart center. Good. Without touching the floor, release that right foot back to standing stork. Good. Then we're going to tip from the hips. I'm just going to turn for the camera. So we're going to tip from the hips. We're going to come into warrior 3. So stamping that right foot towards the back wall. Good. So your right toes are pointing towards the ground. Your hips are on an even field here. Trying to create one long line from the crown of your head right to the sole of your back foot. And let's take a big inhale together. Big exhale. One more. As you exhale, gently land your foot at the back of the mat. Good. Reach your fingertips back, coming into a runner's lunge. Holding here. Finding a nice bend in that front leg. Good. Let's inhale. Reach fingertips up towards the sky, crescent lunge. Good. Exhale, back to runners. Inhale for crescent. Back to runners. 2 more times like this. Good. Back to your runner's lunge. Hold here. Good. Then we're going to land right hand down, left hand circles up, easy twist. Good. Yeah, go ahead, lower left hand down, drop your right foot. Let's circle up warrior two. Adjusting your feet slightly here, checking in with your hips. Is your right hip higher than your left? Can you adjust? Sink a little bit lower into that left leg. Arms reaching out. Good, let's flip the front palm, reverse the warrior, reach back. And exhale back to warrior two. Again, inhale to reverse. Back to warrior two. Good, land that left forearm, left thigh, right hand reaches forward, easy to, or extended side angle. Good, choosing to stay here, or maybe taking an unsupported option, both hands are reaching towards the side of the room. Open up that right shoulder. Good, if you've taken that supported option, you can choose to come down, maybe taking the bind here. So left hand reaches under left thigh, right hand reaches back. Gently release if you've taken that bind. Circle back up, warrior two. Good, then we'll gently straighten that front leg, turn your toes towards the back, or towards the side of your mat. I'm gonna face this way so you don't have to look at my butt the whole time. So we're gonna come into a goddess pose. So we're turning our feet on a slight angle. Let's inhale, circle arms up to the sky. Good, exhale, cactus the elbows, will come down into our goddess pose. So nice sumo squat here. We're shifting our weight towards the heels again. Your glutes are activated, quads are turned on. Let's inhale together. Big exhale. Good, as you inhale, exhale, tap the right elbow towards right knee, back to center. Exhale, left side. Back to center. One more set. Good, come back to center. Straighten the legs, turn the toes in, reach the hands for the mat, wide-legged forward fold. Good, so as you arrive here, maybe just playing with this, maybe taking your feet out a little bit wider if you want more of an inner thigh stretch, or taking your feet in closer, slight bend of the knees, so you're getting more of a hamstring stretch. Good, once you've found your sweet spot, go ahead, crawl your hands between the legs until you feel that resistance hold here. And then we'll crawl fingertips back to center. If you've taken your feet out wide, heel toe them in once or twice. Good, then we'll take a bend in the right knee, skater to the right side. Good, over to the left. Back over to the right. Over to the left, hold here. Land your hands at the top of the mat, spin your toes towards the top. Good, and you're gonna land your right knee down. Straightening that left leg, coming into a half split. So your left toes are pointing up towards the sky. Good, your right knee should be stacked underneath your right hip. Maybe choosing to reach for a block on either side. Tuning into your breath, focusing on that exhale. Gently take a bend in that left knee, tuck your back toes, walk it back in, step to the top of your mat, land both hands at the top, step back, high plank. You're taking a gentle flow here, so slowly lower down to your belly, taking your back bend of choice, cobra or upward facing dog. Send your seat back, downward facing dog. Okay, let's inhale, come up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, big bend in the knees. Gaze to the top of the mat. You can tiptoe or float to the top. Yeah, let's inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, circle arms up to the sky. Woo. Exhale, hands to heart center. Taking a moment to check in. Turn to face you. Good, then go ahead, take a bend in the left knee, coming into that standing stork. Open up the left knee, Good, placing the sole of the foot on the inner thigh. Hands back to heart center, hold here. Finding your balance. Good, then grow your branches, reach fingertips up. Good, slowly bring hands back to heart center. Good, then you're gonna release that right foot. And then we're gonna tip for warrior three. So I'm gonna turn here. So tipping for warrior three, stamp the left foot back. Lower the left foot back to the back of the mat. Reach the arms back, runner's lunge, hold here. Inhale, reach fingertips high, crescent lunge. Exhale for runners. 3 more. Good. Back to runner's lunge, hold. And then lower left hand down, right hand reaches up, easy twist. Lower your right hand down, drop your left heel, circle up, warrior two. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior, reach back. Exhale back to warrior two. Good, again to reverse. Head back to warrior two. Come into your extended side angle, landing right forearm. You're choosing to take the unsupported option if that's in your practice. And then maybe choosing to take the bind. We'll come back out of this. Woo! Firing up those thighs. Good, circle back up, warrior two. Woo! And then we'll straighten that front leg, turning toes towards the back of the mat. Good. Release your hands behind your low back, clasp your fingers, draw your shoulders back. Take your gaze towards the ceiling. Nice big inhale here. Big exhale. Inhale together. Good. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold, and allow the arms to fall forward. This is a terrible angle. Take one more big inhale here. Good. Exhale, come back up to center. Release the hands, placing both hands on the mat. And I'm gonna turn around so you don't have to look at my butt the whole time. So we're gonna crawl our hands over to the left ankle. With your right hand, you're gonna grasp onto the left ankle. Left hand's gonna reach up towards the sky, hold here, big twist. One more big inhale here. Exhale, slowly lower left hand down, crawl over to the other side. This time, left hand reaches for right ankle, right arm reaches up, hold here. One more big breath. Good. Exhale to slowly lower down. Yeah, your feet are in a nice position. Let's take a scooter to the left side. Over to the right. Back over to the left. Over to the right, hold here. Land your hands at the top of the mat. Spin your toes towards the top of the mat. Land your left knee down this time. Kicking that right foot forward, coming into your half split. So right toes are pointing up towards the sky this time. Connecting back into your breath. Feeling that stretch in the hamstring. One more big breath here. As you exhale, take a bend in that right knee. Tuck your back toes. You're going to step to the top of the mat. Land your hands at the top, step back, high plank. And again, slowly lowering, taking your flow here. Lower down to your belly. Let's take a big inhale up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, big bend in the knees. Gaze to the top of the mat. Let's hop to the top. Good. Slowly rolling up to stand vertebrae by vertebrae. Let your head be the last thing that meets you at the top. As you arrive, roll your shoulders back. You're going to go ahead, take your feet so that they are hip-width distance apart, palms facing forward. Coming into mountain pose, there's a slight bend in your knees. Just really feeling the ground underneath your feet. Close down your eyes. We'll take 3 big breaths here. Inhale together. With a big sigh. Good. Inhale, circle arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's find our feet a little bit wider than hip width distance apart. Toes are out on an angle. Slowly lower down into Malasana. Good. So as you arrive in our Malasana, our shoulders are rolled back. We're pressing into the knees. Maybe placing a block underneath your bum if you need a little bit of extra support here. Good. Then we'll release here. We're going to place the palms on the mat, step back into a high plank. Good. So as you arrive in your high plank, again, your heels are pushed towards the back of the room. Pelvis is tucked here. Your core is engaged. Hold here. Your option is to take this from your knees or stay up on your toes. You can just hold plank, or you can come along for 4 pillar walks. So we're going to lower down, 1 forearm, 1 forearm. Back up, back up. Do the other side. Down, down, up, up. Do the other side. Other side. And hold here. We're going to lower down for 4 push-ups in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold here. Then shift your weight over to the right side of the mat, coming into a side plank. Making sure that your hand is underneath the shoulder. Left fingertips are reaching up towards the sky. Now imagining that you have a marionette string on the outside of your left hip, and it's drawing it up towards the sky. Choosing to float that left leg, depending on what's in your practice. Good, and then slowly lower down to the middle. Hold here. Staying nice and strong here. You're going to do 10 shoulder taps, so your hips are nice and strong, nobody's wiggle wobbling. Go ahead, so right hand to left shoulder, left hand to right shoulder. Go ahead, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold here. Shifting your weight over to that left side. Side plank. Reaching right fingertips up towards the sky. Hold here. You're going to lower that right hand down. We're going to come down to our bellies nice and slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Push myself back. Good. Taking your hands on the outside of the mat, tend to your fingers. Good. So your elbows are pointing up towards the sky. You're going to press into your hands. Inhale, full cobra. So squeezing your glutes, full extension here. As you exhale, come back down to the mat, but squeezing your shoulder blades together, pushing your shoulders towards the mat. Good, let's inhale again, full extension. Exhale, back down. Good, last one. Back down. Good, then release your hands, place them on the underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, squeeze your glutes, press back up, high plank. Send your seat back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here. You can land your knees on the mat. Take child's pose. Reaching your fingers forward. Crawling your fingers to the top of the mat. Still keeping this pose active. And while you continue to breathe, I'm going to adjust my mat. It's just sliding towards the fireplace as we practice. There we go. Take 2 more big inhales, big exhales here. Good. Gently shift your weight forward. Tuck your toes, come back up into downward facing dog. Good. We'll take the right leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend that right knee, open up the hips. Good. Let's inhale to square off, straighten the right leg. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Press back out. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Back out. Knee to nose. Back out. Gaze to the top of the mat. Let's step that right foot through. Good. So you're in a nice long lunge here. We're going to drop that back ankle, circle up, warrior 2. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior, reach back. Good. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Straighten that front leg. Good. We're going to come into triangle pose, a slight bend in the right knee. Reach your fingertips towards the mirrors, the top of your mat. Good. We're going to tip from the hips, left fingertips reaching high. Good. Gaze to the top of the mat, slight bend in your right knee. Let's heel toe that back foot in once or twice. Press off the back foot, half moon, elevating left leg. Good. Keep left leg lifted, square off the shoulders. Reach for the mat, standing split, so left leg reaches high. Good. Slowly lower left foot to meet right. Land your hands at the top, step back, high plank. Go ahead, take your flow here. Good. Take left leg up. Take a bend in the left knee, open up. Go ahead, square off. Inhale. Exhale, tap left knee, right elbow. Back out to extend. Left side to left. Back out. Knee to nose. Back out. Gaze to the top of the mat. Step that left foot through. Drop the right foot. Circle up, warrior 2. Reverse, reach back. Exhale back to warrior 2. Straighten that front leg. Reach fingertips forward. Tip for triangle pose. You're going to take your gaze to the top of the mat, slight bend in the left knee. Heel toe right foot in once or twice. Let's press off. Half moon. Good. Keeping right leg lifted, square off. Kick right leg high, standing splits. And slowly lower your right foot down. Land your hands at the top, step back, high plank. Go ahead, take your flow. Now let's inhale, come up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, big bend in the knees. Gaze to the top of the mat, hop to the top. Now we'll inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, circle arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. I'm going to turn to face you here. So hands are at heart center. Take a moment, check in. Good. Then we're going to take our feet so that they're about hip width distance apart. Slowly lower so that you're coming down into a squat. Again, with a squat, your hips are back, your weight shifted towards your heels. Good. So we're going to come up from our squat. Then you're gonna step your right foot back, come into a curtsy lunge. So lowering that right knee down, come back up, back to center, squat. Come up, left side, left knee lowers, back up. Keep this going. Squeezing your glutes the whole time. We're really keeping everything engaged here. Nice and low. Make it worth your time. Good, one more set. Last one. Good, back to center, we'll do one more squat. Good, come back up. Take your feet in a little bit closer. Let's inhale, circle arms up to the sky. Good, exhale, forward fold. Good, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Good, land your hands at the top, step back, high plank. Good, then lower your knees to the mat. Good, swing your feet around. Okay, so we're gonna come into a seated position. So with this position here, you can choose what you'd like to do. So you can keep your hands so that they're beside your bum, or you can elevate your hands if you want more of a challenge. So what I want you to do is you're going to tip back until you find that little kickstand on your low back sacrum area. Good, once you find it, go ahead, reach your hands towards the front. Good, then elevate the legs. Good, so we're holding here in a high boat. So let's inhale nice and big together. Big exhale. Good, this time as you inhale, lower down to low boat. Exhale, back up to high. Keep that going. Good, 3 more. Last one. Good, hold here. Good, lower your feet and then slowly lower down to your belly. Slow as you can. Good. Then bring your feet in a little bit closer. I want you to elevate your shoulders and your hands up off the mat. Good, so as if you're reaching to the top of your mat. Good, your right hand is gonna reach over for your right ankle. Then left hand's gonna reach over for your left. And you're gonna keep going back and forth. Now the goal here is do not lower your shoulders. Keep them lifted. Keep breathing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, good. Release here, reach your arms above your head. Release the core. Good, and then if you have a block, if not at home, you can come into an unsupported bridge here, so lifting your hips up. But if you do have a block, go ahead, take your block. You're gonna place it underneath the low back sacrum area. Place the block in. Yeah, just come into a nice supported bridge. You have an option, you can keep your knees bent here, or you can choose to extend your legs out long. Now, if that feels too unstable on the low back, please bend your knees again. Just allow your body to relax. Feel your heart rate slow down. Let your breath come back to its natural pace. You can stay here and just welcome the stillness. Or maybe you want to take a little bit of movement. So option is to take a bend in that right knee, coming back into the wind relieving pose that we were getting earlier on in practice. Just gently drawing that right knee in towards the chest. If that's too much, you can take a bend in the right knee. We'll go ahead and switch sides. And stretch out long just for a moment here. Big breath. Good, then pull both knees into the chest. Then kick both feet up towards the sky, coming into a waterfall. So as you arrive in your waterfall, your feet should feel completely weightless. Gently lower your feet down to the mat. Press into your heels, lift your hips up. Move your block out to the side. Good, pull your knees into your chest, you can give them a little squeeze. Good, land your feet on the mat. And lazily, just allow your knees to fall to the right side. And then pick them back up to center, over to the left. Back over to the right. One more time to the left. Yeah, then back to center. Pull your knees into your chest again. Let's take a big inhale, draw forehead up to the knees. Good. Exhale to release out long. Come into Shavasana. Close down your eyes. And just let your body rest. I encourage you to stay here as long as you can. Just soak up the stillness and the quiet. Thank you all for coming along with me for practice today in my basement. I'm wishing you all a wonderful day. Stay healthy and well. Namaste.